Correct button pressed.
Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Okay.
Been a
Should we
busy
start
week.
Vicky, how's it? How are you doing?
I'm all right. It's been a busy week.
Has
It's all
it?
right. Yeah, it's all right. I've managed to make time too for my yoga, so I'm really, really tough with my little self, even though I've had a really bad back all week. So I think yeah, I'm good. All good. How's everybody else?
I've just recovered from a bad back as well. I look back at last Monday and I realised how poorly I was last week. I didn't realise it at the time. My daughter had been ill, and then I was just so tired, and my back was like killing me. So I think I got like a version of her bug. Plus, I'd hurt my back. I was having sciatica down my leg. When we were doing stuff in here, I remember being like so hot and be like, oh my God. And then thinking, oh, I can't do this anymore. And then, like, as the week's gone on, I'm like, oh, I was really poorly.
Oh, you're ill.
Oh, how
That's
stupid.
what was
So, yeah, I
wrong.
feel better today, thankfully. But yeah. And then there was the crushing disappointment of Eurovision, which was awful.
So
Out there,
embarrassing.
everybody.
I've
You'll get
decided
out
I'm
there.
not doing it ever again. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Well, let's face it. Did you really think that that was going to win?
You see, I like the song.
Yeah, but did you like the performance?
I thought the performance was clever, but I realised that it's not for Eurovision.
Not everybody's cup of tea, is it?
No. And also, our song was very different to everyone else's song. They were either big ballad or Europop, and we were just like us. And people don't like us.
I thought it was more. I thought it was more gay boys down the fridge.
Very much so, yeah. But I suppose, I mean, it's a very, very camp evening. Maybe they just thought they could get away with it.
I did wonder that. I just wonder that. Goes a bit
And
far, doesn't it? All the writhing goes a bit far.
there was a lot of writing.
Mm.
Well, it's my second only ever Eurovision that I've watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's second time in this country at that time. And I must say, I thought our Liverpool show was the best ever. I mean,
Yeah.
this year did not compare at all.
It
Our
felt,
hosts and everything were just outstanding. So,
and all that ABBA business, and then no ABBA.
yeah.
Like, okay, don't talk about them if they're not going to come.
Yeah.
Just big,
I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
Oh, right.
I will definitely watch the next Eurovision because I think it's a really fun evening anyway. Even
Yeah, I'm
I'm sure I'll
going.
get
I want to
lured.
go. You've got to come back to us. You've got to go. You've just got to get over it.
I mean, to be fair, it was a lot
Next
of
year.
fun there.
it's only up from there, Claire.
That is true. The only way is up now. Oh my goodness.
I mean, no votes from the
We've had-
viewers.
We've had no votes before, haven't we? We're rubbish at Eurovision generally.
We've had literally like 0 points before, so at least we had some points. Just, yeah, it was just us, wasn't it? Always.
You've all managed to do your yoga every day, have you?
Yes.
Except one day when my back was so painful, I thought I'm going to sit and read instead. So I read loads of Sutra book. I loved it. I love that book.
Do you?
Yeah, I love it.
And
I
what
mean,
did
I've only read like the beginning chapter. So
Yeah.
and I probably need to reread it like 4 more times to actually comprehend it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just find it really peaceful. Everybody's left me alone, which is not going to last. But this week they've left me alone to read. I'm like, yay, I'm reading. I remember. I'm so happy.
Read some more.
Yeah,
Let's
I will.
read some sutras together in a second. So right, so you got your daily practice. You're reading the sutras, and you are we're going to have a little quick video review as well. I might do that at the end actually, because I don't want to waste time looking at videos. If you want me, it might waste time, but we'll do that in a minute because I can always be looking at videos outside of this time, can't I? Helen is stuck at the doctor's, so Helen, you'll be listening to the recording. And
Hi,
she
Helen.
was-
Hi, Helen.
she was going to be here for 40 minutes, but hell, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so our agenda today is pranayama. I have realised that you can't get on the portal quite clearly, and I think it's just an issue with me talking to the help desk. So I don't know why they've just changed all the settings on it. But I will share with you what's on the portal in a minute. But we're going to do pranayama. We're going to look at the manual, looking at the bandhas. So have the page 12, 13 to 18, page 13 to 18. Manual working with the bandhas. And with David Swenson out again. I always like to have him as a backup. 6 to 12, looking at locks. And we're going to do some breath work, and then we'll do some actual practice as well if we have time. So 13 to 18 in the manual for 1 second.
Sorry, what page was it in, David Swenson?
6 to 12
Thank you. Short memory, very short.
also.
I had to laugh watching his video. I laughed. He said it can only do those weird things because his legs are so bent. That's why I've decided. It's a terrible posture. Terrible. He can only get his legs in those positions because they're not straight in the first place. One time I said that, see live still.
Was he wearing his tiny pants?
He was wearing his tiny pants.
Always wearing their tiny pants, those men.
Funny, you know. Very
Yeah.
funny.
I'm just going to share screen because I've gone into the portal and I've been faffing about. Just close the portal a little bit. And I'm going to look because I just think it's useful to have it in the portal as well, so you've got a backup.
13.
Oh, there we go. We go big. We'll go big. Go big. Look at that. You've got your portal here.
Yeah, cushion. Oh.
So we've got the 3 bandhas. So we've got Mula Bandha. Do we all know what Mula Bandha is?
Pelvic floor, that one.
Center up type situation.
What did you say, Claire?
Like your center up together.
Okay, right.
All your innards, hold them together.
Your Mula Bandha is the base bandha, so it's like your perineum.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know where that is?
I do know where that is.
Anyone who's had a child knows what that is, Sophie.
Well, yes, I'm talking to the converted, obviously. So yeah, we're drawing that up and in, but we're doing it about 30 or 40%. And we're holding that on probably every single posture. I can't think of a posture you wouldn't hold it, to be honest. You just need to remember to do it. Uddiyana Bandha is a bandha that you would use as you are breathing. So as you breathe, you've got to go 2 fingers below the navel. And there's your Uddiyana Bandha. That's the part. It's just a little bit below the navel. So you're going to inhale into the 2 fingers. And as you exhale, you're going to draw in the Uddiyana Bandha. So if you can imagine, you've got the Mula Bandha at the base of the spine, Uddiyana Bandha just below the navel, You breathe in, you breathe out, drawing it in and up. The third bandha is Jalandhara bandha, and there are probably 2, maybe 3 postures where it's really locked in. One is at Paschimottanasana, Western intense stretch, which is where you're just sitting and you've got your legs out and you bringing your chin right in. So when you bring your chin right in, that's when you employ Jalandhara bandha. Jalandhara bandha also is quite significant in use of balancing hormones and balancing your thyroid gland, because you've got your thyroid gland here and it's just locked in, so it balances that. Can you think of another posture that uses Jalandhara bandha?
When you're in shoulder stand.
Yay! Well done, Claire. Okay, so shoulder stand. So obviously in shoulder stand, when people are in it, you never move your head from side to side. Because you would, what would you do?
Break it.
Yeah, exactly. So breath and bandha meaning bondage or bonding or gate, and joining together or catching hold of. And we consider them as belts or bands that contain energy. So they've got energy flow. So the minute you employ the bandha whilst you're in asana, you're bringing that energy in. You're pushing it up to Uddiyana, and then you're pushing it further up to Jalandhara, and you're employing a flow of energy. So all the chakras, which are just below here, are getting locked in. There's energy valves all over the body. They're normally on the joints. So all the time, when you're doing a posture, you need to keep the body not locked. You need to keep it nice and soft as you're moving through these postures. So when you're doing your shoulder stand or your Trikonasana, you still need to be feeling the space, feeling that energy, because you're allowing the energy to flow in between all the joints and ligaments. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got more there. We're thinking of them as a security knot as well. So when you're doing each of these postures, if you've got somebody who's really unstable who comes in, I'm not pointing at Vicky. I'm just thinking Vicky has probably got a lot of people in her classes who could do with using their bandhas more and more. Yes.
Definitely good.
On, yeah. So just locking in and even using a bandhas at a very early stage is really, really important. People often don't mention them. So be the first to mention them.
Oh, I do. Love to teach pelvic floor.
Okay, so we know about the pelvic floor. I've got a little bit of thing. How would you tell someone how to find the pelvic floor then, Vicky?
It depends who I've got, but generally, and as taught by Cherry Baker, so not my own words to be fair, would get them to stop themselves passing wind. And then for ladies, we'll draw forwards. And if you have a sexual partner, this one's a bit easier to describe. So I would suggest that you try and grip your sexual partner and then draw forwards as if you're stopping yourself having a wee. And I can do this now without even blushing. And for gentlemen,
your sexual partner.
It's easy, isn't it? You can use it as a frigging lift if you want, but it makes much more sense if you squeeze, doesn't it? Much more sense. I could describe it with the lift if you want to. So we could go with the pelvic floor being attached to the coccyx and the sitting bones and the pubic bone at the front. You can imagine it as not a hammock, a trampoline. It should be taut. It should not be saggy in the middle. And so we're drawing up and in, and that pelvic floor moves up like you're lifting up through the floors of a lift, if you'd like me to describe it like that.
I tell you, are we all doing it?
Doing it, you just do it, don't you, automatically?
Yeah.
For gentlemen, I changed it. For gentlemen, Cherry Baker's got the best. She's the best teacher for pelvic floor in the whole wide world. If you can find Cherry Baker's pelvic floor descriptions online, she does the best videos.
Oh, funny.
And then
Thank you.
she uses, she doesn't use, we use find the gentleman's pelvic floor by stopping themselves passing wind. Most people can get that pretty much. And then accessing the muscles where if they lay, their willy waggles, they can make their willy move from side to side. And that's the muscle that they need to be able to access their pelvic floor at the front.
Mm.
So there you are.
I
We're not
just don't-
allowed to teach that you stop urine, you see. You're not
No.
allowed to teach that.
So many like midwives and stuff still tell people to do that, and it's really bad for you.
Mm.
And it makes me cross. My friend recently had a baby and she was told that. And I'm like, why are they still teaching this? Because they go home and they do it, and then it can lead to all kinds of problems.
It's okay to do as a one-off, just a check.
Yeah, but
Not-
people don't think of it like that, do they? They just do as they're told.
Yeah.
They
So
don't-
from now on,
So
gripping
let's
apart
just
instead.
resist the urge, or grab our partners, or wobble our willies.
Squeeze a
Oh.
wobbly willy. You know what I mean, though, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I
I
just
had
don't
someone-
know one-to-one whether it'll work.
It works fine. I would teach it literally every person, everybody. Oh,
I heard someone describe it once as think you're drinking like a thick milkshake from McDonald's,
oh.
and you're sucking up the straw and you're
Oh, that's
maintaining it, and then imagine it going back, because it's important to let go as well. So it's imagine it going back down the straw into the cup as well. So sucking up the big straw and then
Controlling the release.
controlling the release.
And I also teach 2 different types of muscle fibers, so slow and fast twitch. Digressed.
Okay, we'll use that soon. I'm not sure when.
Shall I try and find the Sherry Baker vid and I'll put it on the thing?
Yeah, why not?
Really? It's really useful. She's so good. She's so matter of fact. It's really funny.
So whilst we're getting the video and going in depth with Sherry Baker, love it. We've found Uddiyana Bandha as well. So what is it? So found. He who constantly practices it is, as taught by his guru or master, becomes young again. It is said to be the lion that kills the elephant, named Death. Yeah. The dog's just come in. I've got to shut the door. She likes to join us. Okay, so then we've got Uddiyana Bandha. Have you sent me the video already? Oh,
No,
what should we
I
put
need to
it on the
find it.
WhatsApp?
Put it
Just
on
on
the
the WhatsApp.
There's 3 lovely videos. They're very good. They're really useful.
Flying up lock. This is located in the abdomen. So we've done that one. And Jalandhara Bandha, which we know now. So what else can I tell you about that? We're just going to employ it, I think. So Mudge. So everybody knows about pranayama, don't they, already? You already know about pranayama? You know what it is?
Breath work.
Yeah, breath work. Do you know what it is, though? What prana is?
Back in the manual.
What is prana? Prana is energy or life force. And we're bringing energy into the body, in through the nose, in through the lungs. And we always do pranayama at the beginning of class to get the energy going. And there's many different ways to use pranayama. We've got, hang on, let's just start reading. Page 13. So who would like to read?
I don't mind.
Let's
From
go.
Energetics of Breath, from there.
Yeah. I'll stop the share at the moment because we don't need that yet.
When working with asana, continued awareness of the breath is essential. Normal inhalation and exhalation without pause. Sound and constriction of the throat, ujjayi breath, may be incorporated in some forms of yoga as an aid to keeping awareness on the breath. As the breath becomes regulated, it begins to control the flow of the practice, allowing you to focus on the postures. The yogic tradition uses terms send breath to the sensation so that you can move your awareness breath to that sensation, allowing relaxation or deepening to occur. The breath works both to put the mind on the physical experience of the postures and to transcend the physical sensations of the posture, depending on the need of the student. The breath has cooling and warming qualities. It has energizing and relaxing qualities. It has balancing qualities. Noticing, holding, hitching, or jags in the breath can indicate either overstrain in the physical body or a restless mind. Becoming aware of the breath and its qualities will allow a teacher to learn about his or her student through observing their breath and learn about his or her own practice through observing their breath. Let's carry on.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying listening.
Okay, I'll carry on. Breath in asana. Every posture has an allotted number of breaths in its creation, sustainment, and release. For example, oh God, how do you pronounce that first word?
Utthita.
Utthita Trikonasana has 5 breaths, not including the sustaining breath, which can range from 5 to 100 depending on your practice. Vinyasa, breath synchronized movement. Surya Namaskar A consists of 9 breaths and B consists of 17 breaths. These linked postures set the precedent for moving in coordination with inhalation, Puraka, and exhalation, Rechaka.
So you might hear sometimes, in fact, I had one lovely student who did it for her entire practice. I'm going to write it down. She went, inhale, Puraka, exhale, Rechaka. And she did it for the entire sequence, like the entire hour. I think we were going Puraka, Rechaka, Puraka, Rechaka. It happens a lot.
Wow.
It's really quite relaxing listening
It's
to it.
something to focus on, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Just to write down now Puraka and Rechaka and try and remember which is which. Inhalation, exhalation.
Puraka.
And of course, Kumbhaka. So when Kumbhaka is exerted, we've got all the locks in place. Suspension.
Suspension. What was that called?
Kumbhaka. Still had
Reminds
time.
me of something out of Star Wars. That.
It is.
Kumbhaka.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Kumbhaka. I can't even spell right. Suspension. There we go. Want me to read the next bit?
Yes.
Okay. Pranayama. Pranayama translates to mean pause of the breath. Pranayama is properly regulating the otherwise irregular and hurried respiratory process without excessive force or restraint. Pranayama regulates the 3 forms of breath: Rechaka, exhalation; Kumchaka, suspension; Puraka, inhalation.
And that's that. Let's turn over. Okay, Mrs. Entwistle.
Right.
Right.
I carry on.
Yes, please.
Here are some pranayama we will explore during your training. Durga breath, is that right? Deep breathing focuses on the 3 chambers of the lungs. The first chamber is in the abdominal region, the second in the thoracic region, and the third chamber is in the clavicle region, the collarbones. Kumbhaka, holding, Both Durga and Kumbhaka help to cleanse the mind at the beginning of pranayama practice, which is often filled with thoughts, worries, and expectations. This practice prepares the mind for Nadi Sodhana. And here's the practice. Is that it? Sit upright with your spine, hips, neck, and head all in one line, preferably in lotus, which provides a firm and steady base. Bring your mind to that which is greater than you are. Inhale, Puraka, slowly and completely. At the top of the inhale, exhale, Rechaka, slowly and completely. At the bottom of the exhale, engage the bandhas, Mula and Uddiyana completely and fully. Inhale and exhale again, keeping the bandhas engaged. At the bottom of the exhale, hold as long as is comfortable. Slowly do Puraka, Rechaka, and Kumbhaka again. Do this practice a total of 3 times. Reverse the practice so that the holding occurs on the inhale. In this practice, engage Jalandhara Bandha. Do this practice 5 times.
Well done. Okay, so this is going to go on, this pranayama thing. It's going to go on to describe all the different breaths. And so I would like you to just have a quick scan over that in a second. But first, before we do that, Kumbhaka, let's just go back to the holding of the Kumbhaka. So we've got Dirga breathing and Kumbhaka breathing. So Dirga breathing is watching the 3-part breath. So I think we're going to do that together now. I'm just going to go down. I'm just checking with the dog if that's okay. She seems all right about it. I'm just going to move along. Here and down. And down to the floor we go. You coming in? What are you doing? Oh. Okay. Hello, Rosemary. Come with me. Come on, with me now. So, I mean, you could just do yoga with them. I'm just going to keep us on gallery so I can see everybody. We're here.
Oh.
Right. Okay, so we're going to just do Dirga breathing first of all. So Dirga breathing, I think you'll have done this with me before, but you're going to bring your hands to your tummy, bring the first finger to the belly, drop the shoulders down, breathe in and out. Breathe in for 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can bring the hands to the clavicles. We're going to breathe in again for 6. We push. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Expand again to 7. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Move it to 8. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hands underneath the armpits. So you're really going to press the breath into the backs of the hands. So you drop the shoulders down. Breathe in for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in for 9. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Breathe in for 10. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe out. 5, 7. In your own time now, 2 rounds. And that's your 3-part breath. How do you feel?
Quite hard, that, isn't it? I find it really hard.
Did you?
Yeah, don't know why. I've always found the breathing stuff really difficult. Breathe quite slowly, I think, but not very deeply.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just all the different parts of the lungs and body are getting used now. So it's just going to bring it all into play, isn't it? Everything's going to come into play. We've got, let's have a look at the comebacker. Who would like, I was thinking Brenda read that so lovely. Do you want to read it again as if you're teaching us?
All right.
Okay, I'm going to listen.
Sit upright with the spine, hips, neck, and head all in one line, preferably in lotus, which provides a firm and steady base. Bring your mind toward that which is greater than you are. Inhale, Puraka, slowly and completely. At the top of the inhale, exhale, Rechaka, slowly and completely. At the bottom of the exhale, engage the bandhas, mula, and uddiyana completely and fully. Inhale and exhale again, keeping the bandhas engaged. At the bottom of the exhale, hold as long as is comfortable. And then slowly do Puraka, Rechaka, and Kumbhaka again.
Well, that was wonderful. How did that feel? I think it's
Oh.
nice when you were so clear, Brenda. That was very nice that how you read that was very clear. Yeah. What did you think, Vicky?
She's got such a lovely voice to listen to.
Hasn't she?
I waffle on and talk too fast. That was just lovely.
Don't
Oh.
compare. We don't compare. We just say you're wonderful too. Everyone's
Well,
everyone has their own qualities. Yeah. Okay, Vicky. Now you have to waffle on, Vicky.
Thanks.
I want you to do Nadi Shodhana in your own manner and your
Hang
own
on.
confidence.
Where am I looking?
The next one.
No, I can't. I keep changing glasses depending on how far away I sit from the bloody
Yeah,
book.
just put your glasses on. It's fine.
So Nadi Sadhana, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Nadi Sadhana, purification of the nadis. Is that the right pronunciation?
Yes.
Anuloma Viloma literally translates to with the hair, referring to the grain moving in a natural order. Viloma means against the hair or against the order of things, denoting negotiation. This is a version of Nadi Sadhana usually practiced by inhaling through both nostrils, holding, and then exhaling through the right, inhaling through both nostrils, holding, and then exhaling through the left. The Vishnu Mudra is a seal made with the thumb and the fourth finger of the right hand. Bring Vishnu Mudra up to the nostrils and place the thumb on the right side. Exhale Rechaka through the left. When the lungs are empty, inhale through the left. When the lungs are full, apply the fourth finger to the nostril and exhale Rechaka through the right. When the lungs are empty, inhale Puraka through the right. Practice for a total of 10 rounds. Release the mudra after the final exhalation on the left side. Breath should be controlled so that the inhale and the exhale are of equal length, and practice as slowly as possible. Work towards a count of 16 for each inhale and exhale. I was trying to follow that as I was reading it.
Yes, let's try and do that together now. So, as they're saying, when the lungs are full, apply the fourth finger to the nostril and exhale. So you're going to do it. I'm not going to read that because I can't read it and do it at the same time. You're going to bring your thumb here, inhale. Seal the fourth finger, exhale. That's just doing Puraka and Rechaka, no Kumbhaka. Now we all know what we're talking about when we say Kumbhaka. So we're going to inhale 10. Seal it, exhale 10. I think it's As you're doing it, try and get it so each breath in is the same as each breath out. You're taking in and getting rid of what you get in and taking it out. So nothing is getting left behind. A bit like the law of life, isn't it? Only take what you need. Only live with what you need. Okay, take your last one. Okay, Vicky, you're not finished. You need to carry on.
Working with the ratio of the breath, bring up the Vishnu Mudra, plug off the right nostril and exhale through the left. Begin to introduce holding with this ration of inhale, holding,
Sorry.
ratio.
Yeah.
Of inhale. I'm so busy trying to concentrate on what I'm saying. I don't understand
Sorry.
what I'm saying. Like not paying any attention to the words. Begin to introduce holding with this ratio of inhale, holding, exhale, 1 inhale, 4 hold, 2 exhale. So if the holding is for 16 seconds, the inhale should be 4 and the exhale should be 8. For example, inhale through the left for a count of 4. Hold both nostrils closed for a count of 16 and exhale through the right for a count of 8. Inhale through the right for a count of 4 and hold both nostrils closed for a count of 16. Exhale through the left for a count of 8. Repeat 5 times, ending on an exhale through the left nostril.
Wow. Are you ready for the maths? So we've got 4, 16 and 8. Doing a ratio of 1:4:2. You can make any ratio, but this is a sensible ratio because you're exhaling more than you're inhaling. You're getting rid of even more. So we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 16, let it swill about, exhale for 8. We're going to do it for 5 times, yeah? Are we ready? Right. Take this off. Okay, so we've got, well, how's that feel?
I always like those ones because I think as a student, it really helps you to switch off and kind of get into a quieter headspace because you have to concentrate and you have to count so that you really don't think about anything else.
Mm.
In fact, I forgot to stop at 16 when I was holding, got to 20 and I was like, oh my God, I need to breathe out. Hi.
29.
God, can't believe it.
Well, it's, I think the longer you breathe, so the yogis, the point of the breath is that we are all born with a certain amount of breaths before we die. So if we slow down our breathing, we can live longer. Exciting.
And that alternate nostril breathing, it's also got something to do with the autonomic nervous system, with the left side and the right side. The James Nestor wrote a book called Breath, and got a really good explanation of it. I'll find it and send it to the group.
Please
Make
do.
sense.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Because
It's easier to breathe. Sorry. It's easier to breathe in and out for longer periods doing it just on like alternate nostrils, I think. I find it easier anyway.
Well, apparently the way that your breath works is you're breathing in through one side for quite a while, and then it switches and you breathe through the other side. So the alternative nostril breathing is quite a balancing thing for your body, because it's forcing it to do both sides. It's really interesting.
well, we change our nostril breath every 1.5 hours. So you can work out sometimes, like during the day, if you're thinking one nostril's being used and one side of the brain is being used for 1.5 hours, and then it swaps over. So you're right, that is, and then it just brings everything into balance, doesn't it? So if you're feeling too logical, you go a bit more creative. If you're feeling creative, you go a bit more logical. So for me, it's grounding because I'm always off the box. So yeah. So let's do Kumbhaka. So Kumbhaka, practice the same alternate nostril practice, letting go of the ratio. Let go of the ratio. And exhaling through the left nostril for a count of 8. Kumbhaka for a count of 8. Paraka for a count of 8. Kumbhaka for a count of 8. Exhale through the right for a count of 8. At the bottom of the exhalation, Kumbhaka for a count of 8, and keep going. So it's just 8, 8, 8. And then you could build up to a 16 if you wanted. But 8 is how it goes. Let's try 5 rounds, and it's also mentions here the Gayatri mantra. We can play that now. Would you like it on?
Yes.
Bit of fun.
Why can you do no more than 26 without guidance from a teacher? That's interesting.
Like collapse.
Well, that's. I think you'll be fine, but I think if we're teaching people, probably don't do any more than 26.
Is it for a specific reason though?
Well, yogis are buried in the ground and don't breathe for the entire time, so you can build yourself. I mean, I've got Kundalini books here which go 3 minutes, 11 minutes, 21 minutes, 59 minutes. It's all about building anything up. It's like a marathon, but with breath. So
they're in the ground.
I think this is just I've just kept that in just to be safe. I think 26, but between you and me, you can go as long as you want, can't you, Claire?
Yes,
We'll pass on that module.
I don't want to be buried in the ground though to practice this. I really don't want to do that.
Are you sure?
Literally my worst nightmare.
I'm gonna miss that module. I'll be sick that day.
Let me just get it. I'm just getting Gayatri. So this is Gayatri mantra. It's in our book because it's in the manual, Gayatri manual, under mantras. but this is the Diva Primal. She's a great. Do you all know Diva? DEVA. Look her up. PREMAL. She's got a fabulous lots and lots of mantras. She's on Spotify, on Apple, everything.
Sorry, just spell her name again. Sophie.
DEVA.
Mhm.
Primal.
Sorry?
PREMAL.
Okay, thank you.
Back in the day, me and Patricia used to swap CDs. That's how old I am. Oh my
I
god.
miss swapping CDs though. It's very restrictive not being able to swap music. It's a nightmare.
My daughter makes me playlists on Spotify.
Mine does, but I don't really like them.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Not at the moment. In their experimental stages, aren't they? Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, 888. Let's go for 5 rounds and see how we feel.
Savitu Vareniyam
Sophie's autopilot. That's not one of you, is it?
No.
It's weird. Keep getting a weird person coming in who isn't one of us. How's our legs? How are we all right? Do you want to shake your legs out a little bit? A little bit. Quite grounding, but it's also quite what's the word? Pins and needly. Okay, so let's go for Kapalabhati. Have you got blocks there? Have you got blocks at home or a?
Yeah.
Yeah, not one I can sit on though. It's a bit of a fat
Okay,
one.
we'll just do cushion. Nice cushion.
Not cushion.
Let's sit on a cushion if it's just like I found that very personally. I found that so grounding. I find it so grounding. Coming back
really-
to the bed.
I really like that it's equal count in, equal hold. It's very relaxing that.
Yeah. Not too much thinking, is it? No.
I really found that one a bit harder.
Did you?
Yeah, I think it was the not having to concentrate on the counting so much. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I
Your
thought it was
mind
hard.
started to wander.
Yeah, not wonder, just no, I just found it hard. Maybe I don't know really. Don't know.
Well, it is what it is.
Yep.
So we're going to go for Shining Skull Breath. Who hasn't read yet about things? Is it Claire? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claire, go for it.
Kapalabhati breath, the skull shining breath, removes plaque from the dendrites in the brain and cleanses the body of any residual carbon dioxide in the base of the lungs. It completely oxygenates the body. This breath can be performed through the mouth, through the nostrils, or through alternate nostrils. Kapalabhati breath is not truly a pranayama because it does not utilize retention. Kapalabhati beginners have an easier time learning the practice through the mouth. Focus on the exhalation only, and the inhalation will happen with the natural vacuum created by the lungs following a forced rachaka. As if you are blowing out a candle, the paraka comes naturally. This breath work may be practiced for as many as 120 to 300 rounds. Note.
Yeah, I really need to take that out because I make people do it for a lot longer than that. But anyway, let's don't worry about that. Both Bhastrika and Kapalabhati are contraindications for pregnancy. Also really important to remember that if you have someone pregnant, do not do this. And you'll see why. So do you know what Kapalabhati is before I show you?
No, I've heard the name, but I think I do.
It's another word. It's well. Okay, I'm just moving back here. You're going to have to look at my stomach, unfortunately. So you bring your. It's breath of fire, but really big breath of fire. So you're going to inhale through the nose, exhale, and push in. It's breath of fire.
Okay.
So you're going to go. How would you teach it to a beginner? That's the question. So you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And just do it really obviously. And then you speed it up, breathe in. You will see people in class just not doing anything, just go. And they're not moving here. So sometimes it's good to bring their hand to the tummy to breathe in. Now. And it looks ridiculous. And people, a lot, people will always laugh. Like if you're in a big group, people will always laugh because it just does look really silly. But the reason to do it is that it, you know, you and I know, we all know that it's bringing all this energy up, and it's forcing it through Jalandhara lock and out of the head. So it is cleansing the blood in the brain, cleansing everything. So it's, if you don't do it, it's stupid, really. You need to do it to keep your mind active. So let's try and do 20. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good. Now speed it up. And rest. The dog is looking at me like I'm panting.
Why are you panting?
You're panting.
It's not that hot. Maybe that's what you should teach it to a beginner, panting like a dog.
It's a good way, actually.
But let's just do 50 and also employ your banders on the exhale and see if you can find a lift. I mean, eventually you can be flying off the mat, but just try and lift quite a lot with the exhale. Here she is. Are you ready, Rosie? Ready for the panting? Ready? Off we go for 50. And rest. Well done. I always like to do a squeeze at the end of that, squeezing everything in. But that's more Kundalini and let it go. But it seems a waste not to do a squeeze. Okay, next one. Bastrika. Oh. I might have to do a video of this as well. Not me, I'm not doing a video of this. The bellows breath is like Kappa. Who wants to read it? Claire, please.
Bellows breath is like Kapalabhati, but the inhale, as well as the exhale, is rapid and a bit forced, similar to the action of a blacksmith's bellow. At the end of 30 bellow breaths, exhale, then inhale through the right nostril. Suspend the breath and gaze at the tip of the nose. Following suspension, exhale through the left nostril and inhale through the same nostril. Suspend the breath again, turning Mula Bandha. Begin bellows breath again. You can also Kumbhaka on the Rechaka. Kapalabhati and Bastrika are wonderful pranayamas.
This is how
They energize the body and they even out body temperature. They cleanse the body by increasing circulation, boost the immune system, evening out the appetite and allowing the practitioner to alter his or her body weight at will. The nervous system is toned and the vibrations of the practice massage the entire being. Wow.
Right.
Waiting to float.
I would love to alter my body weight at will.
So I'm just seeing if I can find a video right now, rather than have to share my doing the.
That sounds complicated.
So bellows breath. I'm just going to try and do it. So you're going to breathe in, suspend. Come on. Gaze at the tip of the nose. I've got these videos in my head of people doing it, and I'm like, oh my God. So you're going suspend and let go. I'm just going to share this video I found. Okay. Then we'll copy him.
AI optimizes my schedule. This meeting got canceled. Hooray! We didn't really want to go.
All right.
I think you might.
Welcome, all you beautiful breathing people, to this week's guided breathwork routine.
Ready.
In today's session, we'll be doing 3 rounds of Bhastrika Pranayama, which is a powerful inhale and exhale through the nose. And we'll be doing 3 different speeds, followed by Antara Kumbhaka, which is a breath hold on the inhale. So just follow my voice and the rhythm of the music. So let's sit down, upright posture, smile on face, and let's get ready for round number 1. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Out. In, out.
Join in, Claire. Stop watching.
All right, double speed.
Oh my goodness.
Good work, everyone. Triple speed. Right, stay with the rhythm. Keep your spine straight. You're doing great. We're almost there. We'll take a big, powerful inhale in 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, fully in and hold. Now I want you to squeeze your pelvic floor. Pull those muscles up. Squeeze your abdominals tight. Place your awareness in the center of your forehead. And we're sending this energy up our spine, up this beautiful prana tube of ours. All right, we'll exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it out. Relax. Just become aware of the subtle differences that you feel.
Bye. How was that, ladies? Not that we were looking at anything, but he's breathing.
Mesmerized by his tummy.
Amazing.
Mm.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
our tummies will become as toned as that over time. Is that what you
That's
said?
the aim, isn't it?
Wow.
So, so that was Bhastrika. Then we've got Nauli. Has everyone had tea just recently?
No.
Good, that's all right then. So Nauli is an even more extreme version of Bhastrika.
Oof.
So I think I'm going to show it, unfortunately, and I'm obviously not taking the top off or anything. Back for you to destroy it, your pain, your evening. But who wants to read it first? Let's read it first, and then we'll have a little go. Claire, carry on.
What is Nauli? Lower the shoulders. Revolve the stomach left and right with the speed of a strong whirlpool. This action is called Nauli by the masters. This Nauli is the crown of Hatha practices. It kindles a weak gastric fire, restores the digestion, always brings happiness, and dries up all defects and diseases.
Oh, strong claim.
Wow, it's a claim. Oh, it carries on. Nauli is a yogic cleansing exercise, or kriya. Nauli cleanses the internal organs and tones the abdominal region via a side-to-side rolling motion of the abdominal muscles. Although Nauli is not widely taught or used today in most Western yoga classes, in some classical yoga traditions, it was among the first exercises taught to new students even before any asana was taught. This allowed the student to use Uddiyana Bandha and Nauli movements within their asana practice in order to bring greater awareness and energy to the asanas. The muscular actions necessary to accomplish Nauli require 4 movements. Uddiyana Bandha must first be attained before Nauli can begin. Number 1, Uddiyana Bandha, an abdominal lock accomplished by emptying your lungs and pulling the abdomen in and up under the rib cage. 2, Madhyana Nauli, central Nauli, the isolated contraction of the central abdominal muscles. Number 3, Vama Nauli, left side Nauli, the isolated contraction of the left side of the abdominal muscles. Number 4, Daksina Nauli, right side Nauli, the isolated contraction of the right side of the abdominal muscles. Although Nauli can be taught to people of any age, it is a powerful action that can cause discomfort or possibly minor injury. Learning this action from an experienced yoga teacher is recommended. Contradictions that may increase the risk of injury whilst doing Nauli vary. Nauli should not be performed by pregnant women, people with hernias, hypertension, heart disease, ulcers, or various gastrointestinal ailments. Nauli should never cause pain. Always practice Nauli carefully and with awareness. Sounds scary.
Use fog the mirror imagery for beginners, asking them to practice with their mouths open. When they have mastered the sound, they can close their mouths and continue making the sound.
That's cool.
Another way of teaching the breath is to ask them to say om or home in a whispering voice. Then when your students are making the ocean sound, ask them some closing. Oh, hang on. I'm doing a Jai breath. I was wondering how that's going to help Nauli. Right, okay, so I'm trying to do Nauli whilst doing a Jai breath. Right, bring your hands in front. And let's just go for a fog the mirror imagery, asking that you're going to open your mouths. Close it and keep that sound. Or say om or home. Inhale. Om. And again. Om. Okay, back to Nauli. 2 things about Nauli is don't eat before doing Nauli, otherwise you'll throw up. The second thing is it's a really good place to do Nauli is in the shower. So what I want you just to try and do it here whilst you're sat here. So close your eyes, try and pull up, there's absolutely no point with my stomach, but pull up the right side of the stomach, draw up Uddiyana Bandha and move to the left side. And again, from the left, draw up and to the right side. We'll continue for five breaths. So you're going to draw up 1, 2, 3. Again, draw up 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. 1. And again. Yeah. Looks like we're not doing anything, but we are, aren't we?
Not sure what I'm doing.
And what is the breath supposed to be? So when you draw up, are you breathing in?
You're well, ideally you do Nowly with no breath in the body. So first of all, we're just using muscles then, but so you would go and then move. Now, what's worse about Nowly is, and probably why I never do it, is you do. So I was taught to do it like that. So you stand up and you do this like that. So on your knees, and you exhale all the air out. And then you roll. And at this point, I do want to throw up. So I'm happier doing it sat down, to be honest.
Right.
So, but I think that's quite an extreme way to do it with the breath. I think just start by trying to move those areas first. I can see Vicky doing it.
I can get the right side, all right, but my left side's like, nah. Sorry.
My side's definitely stronger than my left side.
Yeah, it's just so weird. They can definitely like tell a difference. I just feel like I need a wee now.
Well, you're welcome. Do we want a wee break?
Yes, we do.
Have a wee break after this little,
Okay.
I'll read it. Prana literally means breathing forth the universal life force. It's also known as breath, respiration, life, vitality, wind, energy, or strength. It connects the soul as opposed to the body, and yet we become aware of this life force on a physical level as it moves throughout our entire bodies. Prana moves upwards and its counterpart, apana, moves downwards. So we've got prana and apana. We've got puraka, kumbhaka, and rajaka. Oh, learning so much. When the two motions unite at the base of the spine, our internal energy is awakened, bathing our whole being. Pranayama means the expansion of life force through control of the breath. This control is over all the functions of the breath, the inhalation or inspiration, the exhalation or release, and the retention or the state of holding one's breath. Inspiration. Isn't that funny that how that's used as an inhale? You can say inspiration. Amazing. First, we become aware of the place that are three main energy locks or bandhas take in our bodies. Then we can learn how to activate them so that their bodies can spread throughout our own bodies and purify our circulatory and nervous systems. When activated, these energy locks pump with life and vitality. We purify our nadis or energy channels and our 7 chakras or energy centers through asana and pranayama, as well as through Nali Kriya or abdominal exercises, which the internal organs and stir gastric fires. I do need to rewrite this. We also cleanse and purify our nasal passages with the Jala Neti. Oh, we might do that. We're going to do that at the end. Jala Neti. So that we can maintain a healthy respiratory system and thus allow our breath to give life to our systems. A purified body allows us to settle into the stillness of meditation, the means through which we access visions of our soul. Once we have cleansed our bodies and made peace with the mind, meditation becomes effortless and promotes an indefinable joy. When in meditation, pay attention to what you see, feel, think, and hear without any judgment. Allow yourself to witness all that which unfolds inside and out of you. Okay, so let's take a wee breath. A wee breath.
Not going to help.
A wee break. A wee break. No wee in the room right now. Okay. 2 secs. Oh.
us, guys. Hello, babies. Oh, you're gorgeous. Are you gorgeous? Oh, cutie.
So there is also, I'm just going to write this down. There is also a little bit in David. But we'll wait for Vicky to come back. Isn't it interesting how it's made us all want to go for the week? Did you all go?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, come on. Thank you. So, David also writes about the banders and I've got pranayama in this bit, but from 6 to 12 he's got the banders and then drishti at the end. So I'd just like us to have a little check. Like for homework, I'd like you to read page 6 to 11 of David's book as well.
What was that homework?
Yeah, a little bit of hope there. Yes, that's on top of the other bits of homework I'm giving you, but that's just an extra. It's always good to have David as an extra. And then Drishti, just like us to have a quick look at Drishti, so you know what it is. So do you know what it is, Drishti?
Yes.
Sorry, Sophie, where are we now?
I'm moving into day. I'm switching books.
Right. Okay.
And I'm on page 12 of David.
All right.
I'm going to be switching a lot.
There's places you look at or focus on during practice.
Yes. Is that your final answer, Claire?
Yes. Well, I did, but yes.
Exactly. So, okay, we'll drip. Vicky, do you want to read aloud?
Yes.
I'm making us all read aloud, so we're just so used to talking and we're so used to speaking. We're all interacting. We all get to do stuff. Is that all right? You enjoy reading aloud?
Yeah. No, I get the point. We need to learn how to say these words. So it's kind of, I will force you to say the horrible words.
I just think I don't want to be a webinar. I want to be interactive.
No, it's good. It's fine. Drishti, looking out, looking in. Drishti is a point of gaze or focus, yet it has little to do with our physical sight. The real looking is directed internally. We may fix our physical sight upon an external object or a specific point on our body, yet truly the drishti is meant to direct our attention to the subtle aspects of our practice, which we discussed earlier, the breath and bandhas, as well as the mind. Those of us with sight are easily distracted by our surroundings. Other students in the room, a clock on the wall, or myriad other forms may pull us away from the immediate concerns of practicing yoga with awareness. The drishti is a device designed to balance our internal and external practice. There are officially 9 drishti points, which I have listed below. You will find that each asana has a drishti assigned to it. It will be listed at the bottom of every asana page. If you find the drishtis to be too difficult, then I have a general rule of thumb which you can follow as an alternative whenever you feel the need. Let your gaze move in the direction of the stretch. As an example, if practicing a spinal twist to the right, your gaze will follow in that direction by looking over the right shoulder. When practicing a forward bend, your gaze may move towards the toes, or if both arms are overhead, then generally the gaze will be looking up in that direction. You may think of your eyes like the eyes in a doll, which will follow the movement of your head. When the head moves, the gaze will the gaze will follow in the same direction. Remember, the main focus is to look inward. Create an internal checklist, which you can scan in a millisecond while practicing. On this list, you may have breath, bandhas, flow, and equality of opposition. Do you feel tension in particular areas of the body? Where is your awareness? Is it spread throughout the body? Are you relaxed? The list may go on, but the idea is that the drishti is your microscope to examine that which may not be seen externally. Below is a list of the 9 drishti points of Ashtanga Yoga. Utilize the prescribed one for each asana or the general rule of gazing in the direction of the stretch. So, sorry, go on.
So with each posture, there is a drishti point. But I think the point of the drishti is, as he says, calming of the mind and stopping you being distracted from your the externals that are going on. And it's also really good to practice, you know, like if you're in a class and someone can do something next to you and you can't do it, that's when you employ drishti. And that's when it sort of brings you back to your own practice. And it stops you beating yourself up about it as well. And then you can also just take your drishti off the mat, take your drishti out for a walk, and take your drishti to work, and like someone will switch off your drishti again, and you've got to focus again. And so it's not just about focusing on a point on the floor; it's about focusing in general, and also like being aware of your ego getting away. Your ego, you know, oh, this went wrong, or this went wrong, or this person did this, or you know, or your chatter in the mind, and just keep focusing. And I think it's just so useful each time when you have your drishti in class, and then you can come out and you can just be a lot more calm. I just love drishti. Yeah. What do you think?
It's a good habit to form, really, isn't it? Being able to focus on something during various times of whatever. The focus is always good.
I just also find it, it's like almost, you know, if you do a forward fold and you think of using your drishti to carry, it almost carries it on to another point. Sort of, yeah, that's how it feels for me. It sort of extends the movement to a different level.
That's a nice way of describing it, actually. I like that.
Love it. Okay, so that was drishti. We've got 6 to 12. Okay, so now we're going to go. Going to start looking at postures. So we've got a massive posture list. Back to the manual. Back to the manual.
Away from David.
So we've got by the end of these 13 sessions, hopefully by the time we go into studio and the end of this module, we'll have looked at all the asanas, and they're on page 26 of the manual. So my aim for you is that you will be you will know these asanas, you will know their Sanskrit words, you will be able to execute them, and you will be able to put them in different orders. I mean, that's what a yoga teacher does, isn't it? That's what they do. So we're going to just start at the top of the list. So my planning, you know, when it's a week ago, my head like goes, what did I do? you know, there's a lot's happened since then. So yeah, I was looking Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So now my history as a language teacher is now going to be employed. We're going to repeat this. You learn languages 3 different ways. Well, 4 different. You can by listening, by feeling it, by reading it, and by speaking it. Okay, and some of you will learn it by reading it. Some of you will learn it by saying it. Some of you will learn it by doing it. Does anyone know what sort of learner they are?
I'm a reader.
I'm a doer, I think.
Doer, defo.
Okay, friends.
I'm a reader.
Oh, you're a reader. Okay. So Brenda, you're going to read it then. Vicky and Claire are going to definitely do it, but Brenda will have to do it too a little bit. And Helen, we'll find out. I think Helen might be a doer. Yeah, she told me already she's a visual learner. So she's a doer and a visual learner. Okay, so we're going to do Adho Mukha Svanasana. The first one anyway. Why I got it in a different order to the thing. So have you got a pencil so you can just tick them off on the list? So find Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Mm-hmm.
Just tick that to the side. So that's downward dog. We're going to do Padangusthasana. Can you find that one?
Padangusthasana, forward fold.
Yeah. Padahastasana.
Hands to feet pose.
Uttana Trikonasana. Or even Utthita, if I get that right. Utthita Trikonasana. Parivrita Trikonasana. Found it?
Yep.
Utthita Parshvakonasana. Parivrita Parshvakonasana.
Sorry, Sophie, I'm a bit lost.
That's fun. I'm doing this on purpose to make you lost. You got to find it. Do it
Yeah.
again. Let's do it again. Pencil. Adho Mukha Svanasana, like a word search.
Yeah.
Padangusthasana. Tell me what it means so I know you got the right one.
Forward fold.
Yes. Padahastasana.
Hands to feet pose.
Pose.
Yep. Utthita Trikonasana.
Excellent.
Parivrita Trikonasana.
Revolve triangle.
Utthita Parshvakonasana.
Extended
Extended side angle.
Parivrita Parshvakonasana.
revolved side angle.
And Prasarita Padottanasana.
Separate leg intense stretch.
Well done. Right, that's all we're doing today.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm still
So,
everyone, I'm afraid. What was the final one?
Prasarita Padottanasana.
Prasarita Padottanasana.
That separate leg intense stretch.
Yes.
Spread out foot intense stretch.
Okay, so okay, let's go to the floor. Let's go to the mat. And let's just mark. We're just going to do one of these when we meet. How much time? We're going to start with Adho Mukha Svanasana. I would like one of you to show me your Adho Mukha Svanasana to the group, and we're going to just identify angles. Oh, Vicky's there already. Wonderful. Okay, lovely. Claire, lovely.
How long do I have to stay here?
Okay, we're going to just watch Vicky like doctors. Okay, Claire, come down. You have a little look at Vicky first, and then we'll cross over. So what do we think of Vicky's posture?
It's a nice V shape.
Perfect. However, Vicky, what can you stretch, do you think?
Calves a little bit. Fingers. Hang on, I need to lose a jumper.
Yeah, calves.
Right, so I reckon, so as in like I can be doing it more. I could be sending my fingers, dropping my heels a little bit more.
Yeah,
What am I trying to do? Stretch more.
yeah.
Drop into my shoulders. And kind of relaxing your head, so extending the neck a little bit. Not really extending it, no, I'm not extending it.
So a useful one, Vicky, is to bend your knees.
Mhm.
Bend your knees now. Bring your tailbone up to the ceiling. Higher, and then push back onto the heels. Does that feel a bit straighter?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Going straighter.
There's a push back. So when I'm with you, I will be pulling those calves back a little bit more, but that's lovely and straight.
There.
Okay. Now, can you employ a bandha?
Yes.
Lovely. And employ just a normal Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out. That's lovely. And now repeat 3 times. Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Oh, that's
Whilst upside down. Adho Mukha, what is it?
Svanasana. Yeah.
Adho Mukha Svanasana. Even the dog thinks I've gone mad.
Yeah. Well, and rest. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to do, thank you, Vicky. Okay, now we're going to do Padangusthasana. Forward fold. Do we feel like we need to move a bit? I think we need to do a quick move, don't we? Just going straight in cold is quite hard, isn't it? Oh,
Yes.
My arms would agree.
For everybody's fine. Okay, we're going to just go in.
But dog so long, Vicky. I was impressed.
Thanks. I don't know. I got to about, was it probably about Tuesday? Or what? No, I'm gonna really think what day were we on? Probably Thursday, and my triceps from all the sun salutations were like, yeah, more. They're recovered now. Okay.
Yeah, it is tough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm doing this to you.
No, it's fine. I need like better triceps. It's all good.
So you just, as you're leaning forwards, Drishti is on big toes. You're leaning forwards, you're just employing bandha. What's this one called?
Padangusthasana. I can't even say that. Padangusthasana.
Yes, Padangusthasana.
Padangusthasana.
3 times.
Padangusthasana.
Padangusthasana. Padangusthasana.
Padangusthasana.
Padangusthasana. Lovely. So when you're doing this, make sure that you hinge at the hips. You're hinging at the hips. Make sure that's happening. You're not forcing anything. You'll find people coming and going, I'm trying to pull. Don't let them do that. Pull them back up and just do it very straight. They can just keep their hands on the shins if need be. Okay? So just let's link into that Padangusthasana. Just pulling our big toes, looking at the nails. Okay, come back up. What's our next one on the list? Anybody know?
Padahastasana. Padahastasana.
Padahastasana.
Oh, is that what we just did?
Okay, so
What do you call it?
I've already done it wrong. So that Padangusthasana is actually this. Oh, I've only done it 5,000 times. Pulling down here.
So that's Padus.
That with Paschimottanasana. Yeah, Padangusthasana. And then what we do, so you would pull on big toes, thinking about the big toe being the sun or the brain or the head, and you're just pulling on that and allowing the whole body and mind to relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bring the hands underneath the feet into Padahastasana. You want to say that 3 times?
Padahastasana.
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 Hand to foot pose. And
Should your hands be round the side of your foot or the front of your foot?
underneath the foot, right underneath the foot.
From the front or from the side?
From the front.
From the front.
Yeah. So our next one is Utthita Trikonasana.
Oh.
So Trikonasana is probably something we could do for like 2 hours as a study. But as a rule, what do we know about Trikonasana so far? Who would I'll start. Go on. Okay, bringing the feet along the midline of the mat. Bring your arms out to the side. And then bend the left knee and turn. What am I doing? I'm doing Martin. I've been with Martin all weekend. It's really confusing. Turn the left foot in, right leg straight. Inhale. And reach along and down. And must drishti. Focus on my own drishti. Bottom arm down, left arm up. Breathe. And release. I'm just going to come a little bit closer so I can see you. That's it, Vicky.
I don't know
Yeah,
how to get this camera angle right, Sophie.
Yeah, it's all about the angle, isn't it? Bring it a bit higher, maybe, so I can see you standing. Vicky, I can see you perfectly. Don't worry, you can stay there.
See my legs, can't you? Right,
Yeah,
upside
it's
down.
fine. So with Vicky, maybe just bring your foot in a little bit so it's facing the top foot a little bit more. So you're feeling a bit
Like
more,
that.
yeah, a little
I
bit
heel
more.
out a bit.
Yeah,
I always do that.
me too. That's it. And what I love about this is that you all know where you're going. You're not doing it wrong at all. And you're just stretching those top ribs. Your drishti's on the middle finger, focusing up. That's it, breathing, and then trying not to grip with the toes. So this is not only Trikonasana, it's Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Draw up and in, employ bandhas, and over to the other side. Reach along and down.
This side is much easier.
Okay, gently come back up. Let's do Parivrita Trikonasana. So you're going to twist round. So we're going to twist round. So Utita is extended. Utita, she likes to extend. But Paravrita, likes to twist round. So we're going to bring our, go back. And we always, at the moment, whilst we're learning, we always start on the right leg. So right leg out, back foot turned in, drop the shoulders down, twist round, and then extend as far as you can. So it could be that your hands are on the hips and you're extending round. Or it could be that your hand is to the floor and you're reaching up. Then you will come back up, over to the other side, drop the shoulders down, extend round again, hands to hip, extend round, reach up, look up, and come back round. Okay, come back to the table. Come back to the table. Well done. I feel like we're running out of time, so I need to, we'll do the rest. We'll just carry on working through those at the moment, but I'm just going to tick off the ones we've had a little at here. So just I want to go through our homework. So we've got Adho Mukha Svanasana, which means Mukha, Adho Mukha, Mukha is face, and Adho is downward. Shvan is dog, Ardha is half, Chandra is moon. It's all there in the book. All broken down. So Adho Mukha Svanasana. I want you to learn that word. Padangusthasana. Can you do the right posture, not the one I showed you first? And Padahastasana, Utthita and Paravrita Trikonasana. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words.
Just say them again, Sophie.
So we've got Adho. I'm going to type them up in a second on the little word thingy. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Padangusthasana. Padahastasana. Utthita Trikonasana. Paravrita Trikonasana. Okay, so for homework, I would like you to take 3 of those postures and share them on a little video on Facebook. Choose Adho Mukha Svanasana or Padangusthasana and Utthita Trikonasana, for example. And each time you do them, I want you to say them out loud if you can. Whilst you're doing that, you need to be employing bandhas. And drishti. Lots to think about. But each time we do each posture, we'll be doing the same thing. So we'll be saying them out loud, using the bandhas, using the drishti, and it will become like, oh, that's what we do. You know, that's how you employ it. So many other things to do with the posture. So I'm just going to just share here.
So choosing between downward dog, forward fold, Utthita Trikonasana, Parivrtta Trikonasana, those 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
So
the people.
share this.
And the hands to feet one as well. 5.
Well, technically we've got those. We did those, didn't we? We did these. Center, bold, turn it into a nice color. We go purple. There we go. We did. I'll share this on the group on the WhatsApp chat, but that's what we did.
Mhm.
So on the group, you're going to be posting 3 of those. You don't have to do them all. You can do 5 if you're very keen, but choose 3. It's just like getting used to demonstrating them. I'm going to do it too because I enjoy challenging. I'm sad, like do homework. And then continue with your daily practice, continue with your journaling. Have you brought your journals to our little meeting?
No, mine's upstairs.
How are they doing? How are you doing with your journaling?
Impressive for myself. Actually done it every day.
How have you done it? Have you done it your own way, or have you done it like the 15-minute way, or have you just done it as and when? Or
Depends when I've practiced. One day I did it in the morning straight after I'd practiced. Morning practice was not for me. I learned that as a lesson. The rest I did at bedtime.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm a bedtime person.
Yeah, actually I practice better at bedtime too, weirdly. So I think 9 o'clock-ish. Morning my back was like, no, I don't think so.
oh, bless you,
Get a coffee, love.
Brenda. When do you journal?
After I do the yoga practice, and then I just set a timer for 15 minutes. But now I'm beginning to see how much I write in 15 minutes. It's kind of the same amount every day. So yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're journaling. It's so good for you. So much is going to come out.
Into it. I used to do it all the time, and
Oh,
it fell by the wayside. But what I'm thinking of doing, which I think could be quite nice, is just to sometimes, as the journal practice, take one of the sutras and journal about the sutras, as a focus
yes.
to the journaling. So I think that could be quite interesting.
Yeah, you discover so much, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I might do it too.
Reflecting.
Okay. So you've got it here. So we're in motion now. We're in motion of learning and reading and sharing, and I hope you feel like you're learning and moving.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't think we felt as shy today. I didn't feel as shy. I feel like we're all learning and it's okay to be like, oh, what?
That's the thing, isn't it? It doesn't matter. There is no time. There is no time. Okay, right. So I'll put this on the WhatsApp. I'm around if you need me. If you need any questions about what you want to post up. But I think you're in motion and I'm happy with our direction at the moment. Yeah.
So choosing the 3 postures and showing them how to do them, is it the same thing where you need to work out a script to explain to people how to do the postures? Is that what you're looking for from us?
I think at the moment
Or
you
just
can, if you feel like that feels like a big step, doesn't it, to work out a script?
right?
But if you want to do that, you can. Some people might just want to show aren't ready to do the script and will just be showing the posture. Some people will be I'd like, if you want to do that, Brenda, that'd be amazing.
Oh, no, it's just checking.
I'm not expecting a script on week 2.
Okay.
If we kind of wittering a little bit and trying to work out the teaching points a little bit, does that kind of work?
I just want wittering, really.
Mm.
And also everybody's script is different, you know.
Mm.
It's not necessarily creating a flow of the 3 that you choose.
No.
No, you just like, we'll do this, we'll move into this, and then move into this. Just do the 3 and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, because I want you to do the 3 really well. Because if you did a flow straight right now, you wouldn't have got what we're trying to do is look at how well we employ each posture, and we can do it all safely, and then we move on. And when we will be doing flows pretty soon as well, but I just want to see that you're thinking about each posture really well and going into the bandhas and into the drishti and making sure that you're safe, and then if you're safe, then everyone else is safe, aren't they?
Okay.
And
Sorry, you go.
the daily practices, that's still the 15 minutes Ashtanga.
Yes.
David.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm finally managing to almost get to a count of 5 with my second boat. So
Is it okay on those if we do some modifications like lovely David did? Because there's no way on
Back
this
hold
earth.
the knees.
Yeah, there's no way on this earth my spine is going to do that back then. But it's happy with the modification, and that's what he did on the video.
Yes.
If David says it's fine, it's fine.
That's what I thought. My spine's
She can't.
weird.
Well, David. I have to find
Gone are those days. They are gone. I used to be able to get hold of my own feet upside down backwards. There's no way now. No, I've knackered it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. Gone are those days. I don't feel the need to do that anymore.
No.
Cool.
What does chill posture unlocked and locked mean?
Oh, why am I the host? Why? I don't want to be the host.
Answer my question.
Don't know what that means, Claire.
Giving up our own devices.
It's
Is that
gone.
What time is it?
8:03. It's not like it was timed out for her. She'll be
I think
back.
she
I'm sure.
disappears. Maybe she just disappears at 8 o'clock like Cinderella.
yeah.
She's back.
Oh, we were left to our own devices. We didn't know.
We're just gonna make it up. I didn't know the answer to Claire's question.
What was the question?
The locked and the unlocked. What does that mean?
Sorry?
Oh, it says to show the poses locked and unlocked.
Yes.
That
So
with the kind of like if you're not, yeah, that makes no sense.
I mean, you should never really show things wrong, but just show them. Maybe just show yourself locking up.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. Okay. So do it a bit wrong and then correct it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, you can modify, Vicky, if your back hurts. Don't do
Thanks.
it.
I feel like there's a little bit. I mean, I want to be able to do that again. I want to be able to do that. I thought it might come if I practice. I don't think it will. I'm just gonna break it.
Oh, bless you.
I'm joking. No, I'm gonna do that. It's fine. But you're happy. If there's gonna be postures, isn't there, in this whole practice that it's not gonna happen. That's an okay thing, isn't it? As a teacher, that's why I can't actually do that.
Yeah.
I suppose
Yeah.
learning to teach it, but you might not be able to do it, I suppose. But if you know how it's done, it's probably more important, I suppose.
I wonder how many people would actually be able to do that anyway. I think they'd be happy, wouldn't they? Most people would be happy with a modification version anyway.
Yeah.
Most people are modifications anyway.
Yeah.
Love a modification.
Do with that one.
I think we'll be pushing ourselves though, won't we? We'll be trying to get it because we'll be wanting to try and get it.
Yeah, not this week.
Not this week. All right, I'm going to sign off before I go again. My children have got too many devices on. Okay, so just keep in touch. I think on Wednesday I'll probably try and do some Nowly in class. I don't have any breakfast if you come. Okay, all right. Vicky, I will see you soon. Clara, I will see you soon. Brenda, I will see you soon.
See you soon, girls. Namaste.
Let's clear the space. Ready? Woo! Woo! And again. Woo! Woo! One more. Woo! Thank you.
See you next
Take
week.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.